Hello everyone. Hi, Doug here. Sorry it's been a while, but just been busy with other things. But I was thinking, I have a project I need to do that I've been kind of procrastinating on, and I thought it might be interesting to share it with you guys. So I've got this tea pitcher, a pitcher I'm using for tea, duh, and it does not work very well. There's a terrible design flaw. Let me show you what I mean. Well, here's the offending pitcher. See if you can figure out what the problem is. Here, I'll give you some hints. Okay, if I take this and fill it with some water. Okay, so we got a pitcher full of water, and let's see what happens when we try to pour. Yep, it comes out super slow because there's no way for the air to get in. And it splashes all over the place, so it's really hard to pour a cup of tea when the tea's coming out like that. So I thought maybe if I drill a hole in the top, I can fix that problem. One thing I'm a little worried about though is there's a silicone seal here. I'm a little worried it's going to get hung up on the drill bit and get torn off. So I'm thinking maybe if I drill from this side first, that's less likely to happen. Well, let's give it a try, see what happens. Unfortunately, I don't have a workshop to do this in, so I thought I'd just do it right here on the coffee table from the couch. That sounds comfortable. I think unfortunately it's probably going to make a huge mess with the sawdust, but that's what vacuum cleaners are for, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Here's our handy dandy cordless drill. Okay, which drill bit should I use? I was thinking the hole needs to be big enough to allow enough air in that it doesn't keep the water from coming out, but we don't want it so big that like stuff could fall into the tea through the hole. So let's see, we got 1/2 inch, 3/8, 5/16. I guess it's better to start out smaller because you can always make it bigger, but you can't make it smaller. So let's go with the 5/16 to start with. Unfortunately, I've hit a bit of technical difficulties here. The 3/8 drill bit doesn't seem to want to come out of the case. It's got some abrasions or something on it, and it's really hard to pull out. Maybe I'll try some pliers, or just switch to a bigger size. It wasn't easy, but the pliers worked. I must have damaged it last time I used it. Oh well. Let's see if we can put a hole in that lid. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Hopefully it won't like bind up all of this silicone here. One small issue is the silicone kind of stretched and then went back the way it was, and now there's a ton of sawdust underneath it. I did not anticipate that. Maybe I should have thought about this a bit more. Okay, ooh, this side's not looking so great either. Maybe some sandpaper. We'll see. Oh, I discovered something great that I didn't realize is I thought this silicone thing was glued on, and I was a little worried now it's gonna like not be glued in this area, but apparently it just pops off, so I probably should have just popped it off before I did the drilling, but at least I don't have to worry about the glue issue. I just have to worry about the splinter issue. And I have to clean this up a little bit and maybe make that hole a little bigger. Maybe I could just cut it with some scissors or a blade or something. Make it the same size as that hole. I'll give it a try. I think I'm going to try cutting off the excess of these splinters with some pliers here first. Well, let's see. Just to get most of it off, and then I can sand the rest. It's kind of working. Okay, now it's time for sanding. I'm just going to sand it here because I'm going to have to clean up this mess anyway with vacuum cleaner or something later. So, this is kind of making it look worse, but sometimes you got to make it look worse to make it look better. I was thinking, I kind of knew this and I should have known better, is that if I had put another piece of wood on, like clamped to this as kind of like a sacrificial piece of wood, I would have had a cleaner cut on that side just like on this side. Oh well. Anyway, it'll still work. Okay. Not too bad. clean out the hole. Maybe I can make the hole a little nicer by drilling from this side a bit. Sort of worked. Shove it in the hole. Then we so actually I cleaned up pretty nicely. Not too bad. This too. So let me see if I can make that hole fit a little better. I found something super cool. Blast from the past. This is a Radio Shack Leatherman. I do not know if either company still exists anymore. I'm pretty sure Radio Shack doesn't. But this is a handy dandy tool that'll hopefully help me make that hole bigger. It's got like a million things in it. You'd think one of them would help with that. Screwdriver. Knife. Ooh, there's a nail file. Let's see what we can do. Maybe these snips will work better. Nothing's ever as simple as you expect when you're planning this. Okay, tool number 3. I think this is what's actually gonna work. I need something more delicate, so cuticle scissors. That's gonna be what we need. My hands are too shaky to do this though. I should never have been a surgeon. Good thing I wasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna clean this up and then we'll do one final test to see if it fixed the problem. So we got our hole in the silicone part. We got the hole in the wood part, and I decided to just sand this whole surface to make it look the same, because the problem is there's a little bit of kind of like a coating on the surface, and it looked weird when it was sanded here and not here, so I just sanded the whole thing. Hopefully that'll look okay. Let's give it a try. Add our water. Got our handy dandy lid with the patented dug hole in it now. Patent pending. Okay. We'll see. Oh wow, that is so much better. I could pour tea without it splashing all over the place now. Oh, and it comes out so fast. Oh, that is so good. Success! I think that actually turned out better than I expected. Why did they not put a hole in there in the first place? Who knows? Cuticle scissors, that's the key for cutting silicone. That worked great. Now I finally got a working picture. So, until next time, Doug out. Bonus footage. Now for the less glamorous part. Okay, bye for reals this time. Doug out.